All right. I think we are live. I think we were live. This is impromptu. This is the first time that I've done a live stream on a Saturday, I want to say. But listen, we started to have some good conversation, and I wanted to bring you on real quick. So we'll wait till a couple of folks get in here. And as they do, Mo, how you doing today?
I'm good.
You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the last video that we did, men love harder than women. Remember that video?
Mm-hmm, I remember.
We did it a couple of weeks ago, actually, but I just posted it not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts that you wanted to include? What's up, Demetrius? What is good? Can you hear us, bro? Oh shit! Happy Saturday. Yo, leaving one in the chat. Yo, cohorts. What's good? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I had some technical difficulties yesterday. I want to make sure that the technology is doing what it needs to. Salute. Listen, we're not going to be on here for too much longer. Oh, we got sound today. What up, BJ? What up, cohort? Listen, Lewis, what's good with you? Salute. Dada, what's good? Just listening to this debate. Listen, we're going to have a clear conversation. We're not going to stay on too long. I'm going to wait like 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we're going to get right into it. But you guys already see the title of the video. I put a post up earlier today, and I'll re-show that post. But I wanted to have a conversation about it, and I wanted to get a woman's perspective. And it's about the shaming tactics that are done to force money out your pocket. So I wanted to have that discussion very clear and coherently. Yeah. BJ, what's good? Victoria. Oh, snap. We got another woman subscriber, Victoria.
Woo, Victoria.
Listen, relax, okay? She's like, oh, I don't want to do it unless I have some other women that can come in and help
Victoria Johnson.
You know, listen, Victoria, what's good? McTow, Andy, man, what's good, bro? We missed you last night on the live stream, man. You know what I mean? You came in for a quick second, but, you know, we got to get you back in there for another one. All right, T-minus 1 more minute, and then we're going to, so when it turns 9:03-ish, and then we're going to get started. Actually, we were thinking about doing a normal video, and then we just was like, you know what? Let's just throw up for the people. Let's just talk to you guys. And also, I have a live stream on a Saturday, you know, so I was like, let's just figure it out real quick.
And I've never done this solo, so.
And you never done it solo?
Mm-mm.
Good. What up, everybody coming into the chat?
Good night.
Good night.
Good morning. Wake up.
Listen, how do you even say Damon, Christophe, D. Salvatore? What's good? Swifty. Hey, MT, I know most of your audience likes dating stuff, but you should do a live stream with Gamal.
Gamal, my boy.
Gamal is her boy. Gamal don't even know Mo, but they friends. Because Gamal came on, was talking about, so I did a video with Gamal. We talked about real estate first, and then we did another video. We talked about the benefits of marriage. And actually, that video, I thought it was gonna get a lot of dislikes because there's so many people on this channel that hate the marriage talk, but like it ended up getting a lot of love. Oh yeah, and he says in the educators about real estate. Absolutely. I'm gonna have him through. Don't worry about it. Trust me, that content is coming. Mr. Sean, MTR, the brother I wish I had. Listen, bro, I appreciate the love and the respect. Fuck you laughing at? Fuck, see, this is the problem.
This really a family.
They don't take us seriously. That's the problem. Listen, guys, I know it's not Friday Night Red Cup talk, but guess what? Salud. All right, listen. I told them I was going to start at 9:03. Let's get it popping right now. So listen, I want to have a very clear conversation with you guys. We're not going to stay on, but for so much long, I would say like an hour max. We wanted to talk to you. Here's what we wanted to talk about. Let me drop real quick. Let me add this to the stream, and let's talk about it real quick. So listen, so I posted this earlier today on my community tab. So shout out everybody that goes in the community tab and shows a lot of love, support, and respect. You know what I mean? It's definitely a place that we can go and talk about things. And I actually feel like a lot more of my personality comes out on the community chats. You know what I'm saying? From time to time. But anyway, listen. So this is a tweet that was sent to me. Shout out to Shao Khan, Shoulder Charge, for sending this to me. Patreon supporter. He sent it to me up there. All right, listen. Let me see if y'all can see my oh, they can't see my mouse. Listen, so Pam, this is on Twitter. She says, only broke ass niggas complain about paying a woman's bills or buying her things. It ain't nothing to a boss. Trust me, with a laughing emoji, right? Tweaking, right? So Mr. Cash responded back. This is how women manipulate you niggas, and it works flawlessly every time. I wholeheartedly agree with his sentiment, and I posted on the community tab. It seems like y'all seem to bang with his response as well, but I wanted to have this conversation, and I brought Mo here in order to be able to do it. So Mo, so you can reference it. It's right over there. Mm-hmm. So originally, when I came and I brought the and I showed you this post, you had a little bit different of a reaction than what I expected you to. And one of the things that I try to enlighten dudes on this channel is, listen, there's a lot of pressure that are put on to men to be providers, protectors, and what have you. And my thing is that there's a limit dependent upon her value. And the thing is if you don't know her from a hole in the wall, then that investment should be extremely minimal. That's why I tell you guys, coffee dates at the maximum in order to interview each other at the maximum. The problem that I have is that when you have women that try to shame you or try to control you, and they use their female privilege in order to control your actions, and a lot of that control ends up impacting your wallet. So I explained this to you earlier, and I just wanted to get your initial thoughts just based off of what Pam said first.
I disagree that just because they may not pay for your stuff doesn't mean that they're broke. However, I would say that it is somewhat impressive if a guy does pay for things. It is impressive. And I think we do pay attention to that. And I think a scenario that I brought up earlier was that I was out and a guy came to my table and I was with two other women, and he mentioned that we didn't have anything to drink, but then he never offered to buy us anything to drink. So I do feel that I didn't want him in the first place, but if I did want him, I do feel like it would be impressive if he did offer to purchase our drinks, or at least my drink.
Let me get back in the chat real quick, and I'm gonna respond based off of that. I'm gonna summarize what you said. I'm gonna respond based to that. Solo TV 84 in the building. Was good, my G. How are you? Hope you enjoying your Saturday. You know what I mean? We up here randomly. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look at your channel, you're live streaming, bro. You are promoting me to increase and enhance the content that I'm bringing. So I appreciate you. Those that are not subscribed to Solo, go over to his channel, show him some love, click that alert button, and then come right the hell back. Salud, my G. Listen, so you said a couple of things that I want to shout out to Michael Bennett, Patreon supporter. I see you, my G. Why is it impressive? That's a good question. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. So that was actually going to be my question. Salute, my G. Me and Michael think alike. So what you said is that there's a dude who walked up to you, right? You were in a bar or a club type atmosphere, and he insinuated that you don't have a drink. Therefore, there was a thought of he's going to buy the drink. And in your mind, if he did buy the drink for you or your homegirls or what have you, you thought that it would be impressive. So explain why that's impressive.
Well, maybe not from him, because I didn't want him in the first place. But I think that him acknowledging that we didn't have any drinks, like he didn't have to say that. he was having a conversation. We were all in conversation. Like nobody brought drinks up but him. So for him to acknowledge the drink and then not follow up with, you know, can I help with that or whatever. But anyway, for me, I think it's impressive because it shows an attachment towards money. So it shows me that that man may not have a strong attachment towards money. And it also shows a level of concern. So it could be like, okay, well, you know, you didn't buy yourself a drink, or it's kind of like he's going into a provider role without me having to earn it.
So I want you guys, so that this is very important. This is very important because if you notice when you were explaining that, you said, but you didn't want him anyway. Mm-hmm. And this is the problem. This is what I tell you guys, don't lead with your pockets, irrespective of if they think that you're impressive. If they didn't want you anyway, then it won't matter. Because it's the problem that I have. You have a lot of dudes out here that are paying for things that they cannot afford. And they're doing things in the air of impressing women, right? Like, you know, buying things on credit for the short-term gain, because probably deep down, there's a degree of insecurity there. And that could be, you know, women shaming them. That could be the culture shaming them or what have you. But the thing is like, irrespective of him coming through and then spending his wallet on you and your homegirls, you wouldn't have got his number anyway.
But that's just me, though. Like for me, I'm a strong evaluator. So it was other things that he had already disclosed before he even got to the drinks that made me uninterested. But for some, they would have been, you know, he was a nice looking dude. He was fit. You know what I mean? He seems like he would have got attention from other females. It just wasn't me.
Got it. Do you think that there was a component about the conversation that he could tell that y'all weren't feeling him like that? So then he decided not to get the drinks or leave with his pocket?
I think he could tell like that we were all sober. Like he had a drink in his hand.
Yeah.
So he was feeling nice and we were all sober. And I think that the atmosphere was kind of like, we were at a casino. So it was kind of like, you know, where you drink, like, you know, because drinks tend to loosen people up. So I think it was his, but I knew that he was interested in me.
Okay.
So I knew that he was kind of interested in me. And I think that that was just a segue to like what was coming next, if that makes sense.
So let's say that. So he didn't buy you the drink, but he insinuated that he would. So let's say that he bought that drink and he spent the $30, $40 or what have you on you and your homegirls. Here's the thing, and this is why I tell so many dudes not to lead in that manner, is because irrespective of him trying to do that, he wouldn't have got your number. So I think that like it's strong, like a dude to be. So here's the thing: if they don't want you at all, or on the flip side, they don't want you at all, but they want to use you, but you leave with your pocket, they will use you generally, right? So, but I think it's key to understand that there's ways to be impressive or ways to get them without putting your pockets first. Because I feel like, again, you know, going back to this tweet, you know, and reading through, there's a shaming that's going down here. Only broke ass niggas complain about paying a woman's bills or buying her things. It ain't nothing to a boss, right? So like even the language that she's using ain't nothing to a boss. She's assuming that. And here's the thing, you know, I'm not poor. I actually do really well for myself, and I consider myself a boss. There's you know channels on the internet that calls me Dusty at least once every other day, and subscribers that call me Dusty every other day. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I do pretty well for myself. I mean, you see all of this around or what have you, and I know I don't lead with my pockets. You know what I'm saying? And in that, I don't have to do that in order to get things that I might want out of that situation. So do you feel like here's what I feel like. You want to go ahead.
You know my memory is bad.
Go ahead.
No, you don't have to do it. And I do think that this causes pressure on it. But I do think, now I don't agree with her, but I am saying that when she says it ain't nothing to a boss, some men that have a lot of money, they're not paying attention to where their money is going. So
that's a problem.
So it could be to a certain extent.
Okay.
If I have a lot of money, what is $8? What is $18? What is $16? What is $20? What is $100? That's nothing to me. So some men that have money and they're around women that they feel like may not have as much money in them, and right at that point they're blessing them. So they look at it as, oh, like, I'll buy her a drink. That ain't nothing to me. So I think that she's associating boss as a man that has a lot of money that isn't concerned about paying somebody's bills or certain things. Like, I do think that the way she's saying it is an expectation, and I disagree with the way she's doing, because you shouldn't expect someone to purchase anything for you if you do not know them. This is a stranger. So I'm not agreeing with it. However, I think she's coming from a standpoint as I went out places and a guy don't even know me. He's not even trying to talk to me, but he'll buy my drink. That for me, even if it's not impressive to the point where I'm gonna talk to him or really like go on, it still makes me feel like, wow, like it's like when you, I'm not homeless, but it's like when you on a street and you give $1 to someone, it's a giving. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see women, they're out with their friends, they want to have a good time, they may be low on money, whatever the case may be. You say, you know what, I'm gonna buy you a drink. That could just be a courtesy drink. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think that can be impressive, because it's like that person doesn't have a negative attachment to money, and doesn't mean that they always have to have a negative attachment, but it's just like it's really not, money doesn't rule them.
I want to respond to that, but I'm gonna get into the super chat. Mr. Michael Bennett, my G, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Mo, you are making the holla monster progressive and understanding of a woman's disposition before conversation happens. Sounds like some, fuck is that, a fitted?
Hat?
What do you?
Hatton?
Yeah, I don't. Michael, what? I don't. You're right. That ending again, Michael.
You corny. You better than us.
Come on. We're not that cool. We're old. Well, at least I'm old. She's not old. She's actually young.
And you know the thing is, it wasn't my expectation for him to purchase a drink. It was the fact that he, like, I don't go out expecting dudes to pay for my drink.
Here's
I don't.
The thing. I don't care if I'm capping. Oh, capping. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, Michael. You know, dating myself. Here's the thing. Whether or not I'm a 5-figure nigga, mm-hmm. or a 6-figure nigga, mm-hmm. or 7-figure nigga, my thing is, number one, I don't want to be used. Irrespective of the amount of money that's in my account, my problem is funding chicks that have nefarious intentions.
But it's just a drink
that are not valuable. My thing is if I look at Pam's comment, the way that she wrote that,
yeah, the way she said it,
the way that she's laughing, the way that she's shaming, mm-hmm. the way that she's manipulating, mm-hmm. she's of low value to me. Mm-hmm. She's of extreme no value, and my thing is like, but simp dudes will fall for this, and you know, it's all about economics. It's supply and demand. This is the problem nowadays. It's a component of the problem. Component of the problem is that simp dudes, beta dudes are fucking up the economics of dating because they're overvaluing. They're putting too much value into things that have no value. That's my problem. My thing is, and you cannot establish value in anybody. More so with women, because, you know, there's a component of them that you provide and protect over, right? And provide security. And a lot of that has to do with your financial status. But before you even know them, you in the bar buying drinks for the girl and her friends, right? You bottle popping. Meanwhile, you're questioning whether or not you're going to make this the rent at the end of the month. You know what I mean? You got a loan payment. That's priority. With you know, a BMW that's $700 a month, and your rent is $1,000 a month. But that's
but that's not what she's saying. I think she's pertaining to men that do have money, and she's saying basically, if you're complaining about paying bills or buying her things, then you're broke. But I disagree with it. I don't think that you're broke. I think that it just, you know, you may look at money a little differently.
So, you know, there's this saying about, you know, it ain't tricking if you got it. Shout out to Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? There's this saying, it ain't tricking if you got it, you know, and I've seen a couple other content creators that are just like, in order to get the top women, you have to pay. How do you feel about that?
I don't think that you should. I mean, it depends on the level of what you mean by you have to pay. Like, I don't think you have to be buying her or like buying her everything or taking her out to lavish restaurants. But I do think that if you're a man and you go by being a provider, then a provider consists of financials. Mm-hmm. So if you're dating someone, if I'm dating someone and they pay for a couple of things, then that means that I'm evaluating like they can provide, like, you know what I mean? If they pay for certain things, that shows me that they may be able to provide in a certain way. So I don't think you have to be paying for everything. Like, you don't have to pay my bills. You don't have to buy me all these things, but by spending, you're going to spend some type of money. And by spending some type of money, you can show someone that you're capable of providing. If I'm dealing with someone and he don't never pay for nothing, then that would raise something like, are you having financial problems? Are you, like, it would raise other questions.
And you may deselect him because he's not a traditional, he's not able to provide in like a traditional sense.
Depending on that's a hard question because I'm not in a situation and I do go based off of my feelings for someone. But I do think that if it's nothing or it's no efforts and we've known each other for a while, then I think that is different. Initially, like if we go Dutch and we do certain things like that, then I might give him a chance. But if we've known each other for some time now and it's still like, I'm not about to purchase this or I can't purchase this, then I'm going to consider, okay, I'm going to consider how old he is. I'm going to consider, like, you know, his occupation, what he does. If he has the money and he's just not willing to share, because some people do have an attachment to money. If he's not interested and that's why he won't share.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think I have an attachment to money?
Fuck yes. It's like, nah, I do.
You think I have an attachment to money?
I do. I mean, actually, I don't think it's attachment. I think that it's an opinion. Like it's an attachment, but it's also an opinion, and it's also a selfishness. So if it's your guilty pleasure, you'll spend $1,000 on it. But if it's somebody else's that you feel like is illogical, you're not going to spend it on. So for me, I feel like that's a selfish mentality because you can't tell people what they want to splurge on.
I can't tell them, but I can coach them. Because and I can coach them because I've lived through the game. I've lived through the game in the sense that, like, I have a unique understanding that irrespective of if they knew how stable my bank account was, and as long as they know there was a degree of impressiveness, right? As long as I was impressive, it didn't matter. I got the things that I wanted. And the thing is like, now the problem with that too is that they would look at me and see like relationship material. So then with me, they would try to act like they're, you know what I'm saying, a Christian. But you know, goddamn well, other things were happening behind the scenes. Like, you put requirements on me because you think I'm relationship material. But then you might have a beta male provider somewhere in the call log, you know, that you might give a little bit of vagina to from time to time.
That's an assumption.
You don't feel like that happens?
It can happen, but it's not all the time. Like, when you have an assumption, you place your personal issues on somebody else. What was that post that Vicky had before it went off? No, it was one before that. You had it up, but then I lost it. Oh no. No,
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Sorry,
Menzie, what's good? Hold on, let me just acknowledge the chat real quick. Oh, we got over 100 goddamn people in here. Salud! Welcome to Saturday night with mediocre tutorials and reviews. Listen, I didn't intro. It's cool. I don't need the intro no more. I don't need the intro no more. Salute to the chat. We down here right now. If you guys haven't noticed, if you recently just joined, we're gonna do a Saturday night Red Cup talk. We chilling over here, and I showed Mo the post from earlier today, and her response pissed me off. So we're going in right now. For those that are coming into the chat right now, this is the community chat post that we are talking about. I'm gonna read it to you guys again. Hold on, let me get so Pam, who's probably a reform hood booger, subscribe to Asha C as well as Shira7. This is Twitter, by the way. Screenshot. Shout out to Shao Khan Shoulder Charge. He sent this over to me. Screenshot it. Only broke ass niggas complain about paying a woman's bills or buying her things. It ain't nothing to a boss. Trust me. Mr. Cash on Twitter. Don't know the young man. This is how women manipulate you niggas, and it works flawlessly every goddamn time. Ideologies like that piss me off. You know why? Because it's scammy. It's scammy. It's you're using privilege. You're using your position in the culture to control somebody. And I don't like that, because it is scammy by nature. And I want you to know, love, and understand that. And I think that, like, in talking with you right now, you agree that it's a little scammy, at least the way that she's proposing it. And what I'm saying, listen, hood booger, bro. I'm about to coin that term. I'm about to have a whole bunch of words that I coin on the channel. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that, like, there has to be a proof on both sides of the coin in order to establish value. Because at the point that you establish value, that's when you know how much you can trust her. That's when you know how valuable that she actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people out there that force a lot of fake value and then use shaming tactics in order to get things that they want. It's manipulation. Like, there's a lot of Instagram thotties who look fantastic but can't read. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm looking at them on Instagram and they're a 10 on Instagram, right? Or they just understand lighting. They just understand camera angles or what have you. So then they look exceptionally valuable, but then you get face to face and then their mouthpiece is trash. You know what I mean? Not the mouthpiece. How you feel about all that? I don't want to over.
Too late. No, I think that I think she's absolutely wrong, because she's saying only broke ass niggas. That the first couple words is wrong, because people that are financially conscious does not mean that they're broke. You know what I mean? But it also seems like she's coming from a standpoint of, it could be, because we don't know, it could be that she could be already with that person. So if you're already with that person and a guy is complaining about buying or like paying for my bills or buying me things, then that could be a little like, if you with someone or you dealing with someone and then they purchase something or they're complaining about having to purchase something,
run.
That would be that would be a little
Run. You stay away from those situations, fellas. Sarah, what's up? I see you down in the chat. Johnny B, what's good? The problem with living with your wallet is that you don't know what is going to happen in life. It throws you a curve up and your income takes a hit. I'm a double back into that comment, Johnny. I appreciate you. I'm a double back. Children of the Sun, salute. What's good? $5 Canuck bucks. He's from Canada. I think he's from Toronto.
Canada, I was just there.
You was just in Toronto, weren't you? Salute, children of the sun. Majority of women don't value money until they hit the wall. I disagree with that. I think they value it way before 35-ish. I'm gonna disagree with you, my G. I am attached to the money because it pays the mortgage. I think. Hold on. Let me acknowledge Demetrius that came through, Patreon supporter. Asked him what student loan debt is like. That is real. So listen, let's get into this conversation, right? In a sense that, listen, guys, you see, I do the bag talk videos on occasion. I'm going to be working on 2020 and doing the financial literacy videos because there's things that I have learned that I want to try to disseminate from an information perspective onto y'all to continue a conversation of how do we really gain wealth? How do we really gain assets? What are the tricks, tips, and tools in order to know and understand how to do these things that I picked up, and it's worked extremely well for me. Now, one of the things that I have learned, what's up?
No,
you read it? I thought you were gonna say something. One of the things that I have learned is what's a detriment to people that look like me is there's such a focus on the short term. There's such a focus on the short term and not a focus on the long term. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? The Lexus that you bought, which you didn't really buy it because it's a loan. If you don't pay it, then they're going to repo it, right? Because you went that high and you're paying interest rate on that loan. I'm going to do a video showing if you were to invest that same amount and let it matriculate over 30 years, with an 8% average rate of return on investment, how much money that actually turns out to. I think a lot of y'all in the chat would be very surprised that it's going to reach hundreds of thousands of dollars within that 30-year time frame. It's like concepts and components like that I don't want folks wasting their time, energy, and effort and their money on for invaluable situations.
You don't know if it's valuable or not. What I would say is I don't want to cancel out not to buy the girl a drink. What I'm saying is, if you take her aside, because I think that I would have looked, well, I wouldn't have because I didn't like him in the first place. But if a guy comes up to my table and he is interested in me and he takes me aside, he don't even have to buy my, my friend's drinks, but if he takes me aside and he has a conversation with me and we're vibing, like I'm to the point where I've had so many conversations with people that you can tell a connection. So whether it's a connection that will last long or whether it's a temporary connection like a friendship or whatever, you can tell if you have a connection with someone. So I think the solution is I don't think you should cancel out completely just not buying the girl a drink. I think that you should take her aside, have a conversation. If it vibes, you offer her, would you like a drink? And if it doesn't vibe, you say, have a good day. Like as simple as that, because I think that you're not knowing if it's an investment or not. And you don't know what she's going through. You don't know if she need a drink. You don't know if you just made her day because you offer her a drink. But I think that people have to understand, like, there's a love language called receiving gifts. And when you purchase certain things for someone, if that's their love language, that could automatically get you in. Like, ugly niggas have the most money. And mind you, not ugly niggas have the most money. That's wrong. But I'm saying, like, ugly niggas with money, you'll see them with like fine ass girls.
Facts.
For one, I feel like ugly niggas be funny because they gotta be funny because they don't got the looks on their side. So they funny as hell. But also, like, I do feel that they don't have, like, they don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care as much. They don't care as much for money. That's just my experience. Now I could be wrong, but that's just my experience.
Let me acknowledge the chats real quick. Children of the Sun says, if I pay, I will have expectations. Super point. I'm gonna have a
that's fine.
So here's the thing is that, so let's say you take that situation that happened whenever it happened. If you were impressed by him enough and he didn't pay and he asked you for your number, you would have given your number. So that's my thing is that, like, you can do it, but you don't need to do it in a way which you're just guessing based on their level of value, like how much you invest into a situation. Because irrespective, if you liked him and he asked for your number, irrespective of him paying, you most likely would have gave him your number.
Yeah, but it also depends on how he would have approached getting my number. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to get me a drink, but it's also like how he would have, asked me the conversation and everything like that. Like, yeah. You're right. He didn't have to buy my drink or anything like that. But I'm saying that if he did, it would be somewhat impressive. That's all I'm saying. But he don't have to. It's not an expectation. But I feel like I don't like when people act like you don't have expectations. We all have expectations. Like, we all have some level of expectations. If I'm out and a dude approaches me, I do have the expectation for him not to be disrespectful, for him to, approach me with respect. Right then and there, that's an expectation. You get what I'm saying? So we all have expectations in everything.
So let me just acknowledge some of the super chats and let me continue to the bottom of the chat. I'm missing what you guys are saying. I apologize. Dennis Baltimore says, just checking in, my boy. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Salud, Dennis. Salud. Let me skip back down. Let me go down to the bottom. I'm not seeing a lot.
Am I broke nigga because I can't buy you Gucci? No, you're not a broke nigga. You're not a broke nigga because you give. I don't even wear Gucci.
Here.
Maybe I'm a broke nigga.
She
I don't even wear, but that's not the point.
She don't wear Gucci. Well, that's the thing is that I often find that the brokest chicks have the highest expectations of entitlement of what you can give them. It's almost like it's almost like the ones that have had money, they understand that it doesn't lead to happiness. Mm-hmm. That's why, like, you know, I rag so much on like CR7 type channels, because there's a lot of reformed hood boogers that, you know, haven't had capital throughout their lives, who are feeding into a dream of how do they lie and scam their way into someone's pockets. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I have a problem with that because it's lying and scamming. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. With that being said, you called that man's actions as impressive, but I'm still challenging how impressive it actually is. If he was to buy, it would be impressive. But I challenge how actually impressive it is if even at the end of the day of him doing that, it wasn't an exchange of numbers.
But that's not fair, because that's like saying that if I buy you a drink, you gotta like me. That's not that some people just don't mix. You just don't like people. You know, but I'm saying that if you talk to her, you should be able to pick up on if she likes you by touches, by eye contact. There's certain things that you can pick on if she likes you. So what I'm saying is, don't initiate the conversation with a drink. But what I'm saying is follow up. You can follow up. You can follow up with a drink, because I do feel like that's impressive. I feel like that doesn't mean that you're eliminated, but the fact that you do follow up with a drink, I think that would make a woman, any woman.
But just real quick, there's women, and I've experienced this as well, that act like that act like, you know, they're doing the eye contact, they're doing the eye contact, they're doing this, they're doing that, and then they get whatever it is that they wanted out the situation. I mean, like you said this earlier, you go out. Mm-hmm. How was the last time that you paid for something when you were out? Oh,
it wasn't like other people paid for me. It's just like I can go out. Like, come on now. I go to like spoken words and lounge stuff. I don't have to pay for them. I'm there for the energy.
Listen, Children of the Sun, thank you for the $10 super chat. Canuck Bucks. Salute, my G. MTR. He's Canadian, so instead of have, he says of. I off to disagree. Salute, bro. This is what I love about this shit, is that we got people all over the world that saw this shit. This shit is crazy. They value looks and status when they are young because of money and resources are provided for them by society, their parents and men in general. They value money when they get older.
I think they value security when they get older more. I mean, when they, like, I ain't know when we get older, we value more of a security. I think that when we're younger, we look at it as fun. So it can be associated with resources, opportunities, what's convenient.
Wait, hold up. Just 1 second. Dapper, are you spamming down there? Relax, bro. I'm gonna hit you on timeout. You keep spamming down there. What does that mean? That means I can block his comments for a little while. Relax, bro. You killing the chat. I can't keep up with everyone's chat if you spamming down there. I didn't mean to cut you off though.
No, it's fine. I forgot it.
You forgot what you were saying. I think we're looking at Children of the Sun's comment real quick. So they value looks and status when they are young. But status is correlated to money. And looks isn't, because just like as Mo said earlier, there's a lot of homely dudes that's walking around with baddies. So there's a lot of athletes that look like, something that, you scraped off your shoe earlier today and they still have a baddie with them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get that. But then he says money resources are provided to them by society. So that's like you walking into a bar. Society, wants to be able to provide and make you feel secure. So that might be paying for your cover charge. That might be paying for a drink at the bar. That may be paying for your Uber home, right? So that's the societal component of it.
That barely happens, y'all. Well, at least for me. At least for me, I can only speak off of me. That barely happens. I remember one time off the top of my head within the past 5 years that I went out and haven't had to purchase. And actually, that never happened because I did have to purchase my surcharge. I just didn't have to purchase my drinks all night. I was so shocked. I couldn't believe it. I remember the time, the date, everything. Because that doesn't always happen. Like, people assume, that's another thing. A lot of guys assume that because of what she looks like, she's already getting everything. When it could be the complete different. So every man looking at me as though, oh, she's light skinned, she's cute, so she must be getting everything that she's wants. She's privileged. So if every man look at me like that, what man is going to fight against that? And I feel like you can have a perspective on certain things, but I also feel that if you're buying a girl a drink, if you're doing it all the time, then that's different. You could be taking advantage. You shouldn't be going out all the time and buying all these women drinks. But if you do it once,
Facts.
if you do it once in a blue, there should be nothing wrong with that. It should be nothing wrong with it going. And if you think that you buying one woman one drink a month is going to hurt your pockets, then that's just a fear that she's going to take advantage. People only take advantage if you allow them to.
Listen, that's a fair point, and this is the reason why I have you, because you make fair points. Budget yourself, gentlemen. If it's one drink a month, that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see, love, and understand that my shit is not a drink ever. That's my shit.
And let's not forget that.
But everyone's experiences are different. Go ahead.
And let's not forget that men play the role too. You could be out at a
Wait,
club.
hold on. Before you make that point, I want you to hold on to that. Write that down real quick. But let me acknowledge the super chats real quick. Write that down so you do not forget. Dudes act like they got money. Mm-hmm. Write that down real quick so you don't forget. Let me just acknowledge the super chats real quick. Michael Bennett, my G, $5 super chat. Mo, how does a drink build better conversation?
That's a good point.
Good goddamn point. That's a good point, because I got the best subs on earth, bro.
Hence why we having a drink so we can have better conversation.
No.
It loosens us up. Yes, it does.
It lowers anxiety.
Yes, but you also have anxiety in the dating.
Hold up, but just real quick, because time matters.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a live stream where it's going to take a little bit of time where the liquor's actually going to have an impact on you. If you meet a girl in a club, you're not going to sit down, buy a drink, and then talk to her for 45 minutes.
Some people do try to do that.
Don't do that. Get in there and get out.
Some people do.
Don't you be simping in the club. Relax. You just met her.
You don't know if
leave her alone.
And you don't know if she had drinks before you. So you could be sitting in the cut, looking back.
My time is valuable.
What? And hers is not?
Not as much.
You're bugging. You're bugging. I don't even know why you said that while I was online. You're bugging.
It's subjective.
That's the problem.
I make more money than her.
What does that make? What time?
My time is more valuable.
Because you make more money than her?
Objectively, yes.
You're nuts. He's nuts. He's nuts, guys.
Tell me if I'm nuts down in the comment section down below, girls. I want to.
Because you make more money. Money is man-made.
If she's judging me by my money, so
that's
listen.
Not what you said.
So like, if
that's
I have
different.
But listen. If I have a meeting at work, right? Like I have a meeting at work. You gotta think about, like, if you do like a quarterly meeting and there's 100 people in that room, that's a $200,000 meeting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's time is getting paid at this company event. You know what I'm saying? So there's a value established or associated with doing company events, right? Because there's a specific amount of money that folks are paid for their time.
But you're making that money because of who you are.
But if we're gonna objectively say because men are judged by how many ducats that they got in their bank account, a dude who makes $100 million is gonna be way more valuable objectively than me. His time is worth way more money than my time objectively,
according to society.
But that you know what? Where we live,
but there
we live in society,
some very intelligent human beings who have not went to college, do not make 6 figures, and you could sit down and have a conversation with them, and you just be like, "What? Like, that's why facts. Aren't you making that?" So, and that's then facts. There's a lot of people that make over 6 figures that don't know what the fuck they talking about, and be in a room and don't say shit.
Girl, I really like this guy. We didn't finish reading his comment
because they privileged. Just kidding.
Tell me why he bought me this begging ass drink. Shit had me wet as fuck. It never ends up like that. We're finishing his comment. She's saying, how does drink build better conversation? Girl, I really like this. If she liked you, she liked you, irrespective of what you paid for her. Let me sorry, there's a lot more chats coming in here. My bad. Thank you for the super chat, my G, as always. Danielle Tucker, I see your videos all the time, but I just realized I am not subscribed. I appreciate your work, MTR. Keep it up. I just subbed. Salute. Does anyone else in the channel that is not subscribed, or anyone that has not clicked that goddamn like button, click that shit. We got to get more respect over here. We got to get more conversations going. I salute you, Daniel. I salute you. Okay. Listen, on my videos, I get like 50% of my content is viewed by people that are not subscribed. And they watch the videos for just as long as people that are subscribed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep on working to convert those folks as well. Is there anything else that you saw?
Hold on. Dang, what's this?
Oh, Kenneth. You need to bring some cheaters on here. They've already been on here, guys. I don't know if you've noticed.
Zuli, the one before. The one before.
Which one?
Right here.
Sully?
That is so true.
A lot of guys are bad with social cues. Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's because that to me, that goes back to, you talking her. There's some people that don't understand that they're ear beaters. They just walk up to you and disrespect your eardrum. And they just don't know. They just don't know how to drop it, how to let it go. Right. They feel like they always gotta be right in the conversation.
Anxiety, though.
No, I think people like low key. There's people that's walking around with a little bit of autism. And
yo, get out of here. I think that if a man really tries to really force me to talk, because I've been there in a club or wherever we're at, it's anxiety, like his worry that I may not be interested. So it's like him trying to prove himself to me right then and there, because he knows that it's a first impression, especially if he hasn't got my number yet.
Libation, loosen the tongue. Daniel Tucker, yet again, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it does, but like, if you gave it a drink at midnight, are you still gonna be around her at 12:45?
Yo, but you can get a lot out of her.
What?
If you give if I'm sober, you might not get a lot out in 10 minutes, but if I'm drunk, you can get a lot out in 10 minutes. Or if I've been drinking, you can get a lot out of me in 10 minutes.
Hit that like button, people. Listen, according to my numbers up here, there's 145 in the chat. Let's at least get this over 150. I can't see how many likes is on this channel. Almost 150 in a goddamn live stream. We about to be
Saturday.
On a Saturday. I should probably be live streaming more on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you motherfuckers, don't be going out like that.
Dash.
Smash and dash. Get it in, get it out. My thing is, guys, I'm not gonna conclude. We're still gonna talk about it real quick, but I never buy drinks for them. Ever. You can buy your own goddamn drink. You might say that that's an attachment to money, but I know I've had a multitude of situations that, irrespective of the money that I'm dishing out, we had some weekends. You know what I'm saying? But where me and my boys look back on it and we're like, are we rock stars?
You could still fuck. You could still fuck, but I'm saying that is one thing to court someone. And I do think that certain people, like, I'm not saying that if you don't buy her a drink, you not gonna fuck. If that's your goal, you can fuck. And that's the first impression. You don't have to buy a drink for a first impression. You don't have to buy somebody a drink for a first impression. I'm saying
so we agree.
But I said I don't agree with this. You don't have to buy her a drink. But I'm saying that it make you look a little bit better if you do. That's all I'm saying. But if you don't care about that, and she will probably talk to you anyway, depending on the type of woman she is.
I want to get down into your comment because you're saying dudes be buying shit in order to get something out of it. So let's flip it around. Let's talk about that in just 1 second. Jay Smith from Miami. Bro, one drink down here in Miami is 16 to 18. Trust me, I know. That's why every time I go down there, I'm not in live. You know what I'm saying? Not live. Get out of here. Not doing that. Can be spending that on strange. This shit ain't economical. I feel you, my G. Oh, I am Nyron. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It's my first time seeing you, bro. I remember all of the super chat, all of the folks that come through and drop dope content. This is my first time seeing you. Love your video. I love you guys' video. You both bring great points to the table. I hope you guys continue to make a lot of videos together. He must have seen a couple of other ones. Listen, I have like 3 more. I have about 15 videos that I haven't uploaded yet. It's because I like to slow release it. All of my Patreon, they all have it already. Where let me drop that real quick just so you guys know what that is, just in case if there's new people in here.
Yes. Tell everybody to get on live.
Word. They go to Patreon.
Text your cousins.
Yo,
text your family.
Yo, listen.
Text your best friend.
Yo, put this link to the live stream in your closest group chat. You know what I'm saying? Let's get
share the live stream.
Share the live
right
stream.
now, because I know dudes be having hella group chats. Bro.
Hella group chats.
Put all y'all, most of y'all is dudes. Put it right in your group chat right now.
Right now. Tell them.
Right motherfucking now.
Right now, bro. All right. Salute to you. I am Nyron. Thanks again for the $5 super chat. I'm gonna get you some Chipotle later. I'm gonna get you
some Chipotle. I don't eat Chipotle like that. See,
they never grateful. That's the shit I be talking about. You see this shit? That's the problem. That's the problem.
You know what he should have did? Let me show y'all something. He should have said, "What would you like? What would you like?" You're not supposed to do for people how you think that you want done for you. You're supposed to learn people and do for them what they would like.
Leader Great says, why can't women buy us drinks?
That is a fact.
Great question.
That's a fact.
Listen, I want what's my man's name again? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm missing some of these chats. My bad, guys. Wait, hold on. Let me go up to the top. Listen, King the Great. Wait, hold on. Let me go up and take a quick.
Where really at?
Oh shit! I am missing shit. Hold on. Hold on. My bad. I am. Okay, I'm back caught up. The Bot Factory. Salute. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, bro. I just sent you an email this morning too, by the way. You know what I mean? Check your emails. Conversation is no different than dancing. It's all about rhythm. What's up? What you pointing at?
Christopher.
Hold on. Let me acknowledge
my
man's real quick.
I'm sorry. Let me
I
apologize.
My man's real quick. All right. The Bot Factory. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Bot Factory. Put the link down below of the Gentlemen's Club in Brooklyn. Put that link down below. You know, and then put it down below. I'm gonna highlight it if I can, just so if you're in the New York area, it's a gentleman's club that I took a look at. It looks dope. Put that down below so they can see that. Conversation is no different than dancing. It's all about rhythm. Listen, that's really true. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's a dance in conversation, and in fact, that same dance is similar to like doing this live stream shit, right? Like there's a lot of people out there that feel like someone who's good at conversing is a good speaker. I disagree wholeheartly. They're a great listener. You're a great listener. Some of y'all talk way too damn much.
Y'all people, are we talking about women?
I'm talking about dudes.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is like, you know, and a lot of, you know, I get a lot of dudes on the channel like, yo, how you show that much patience, when I'm doing all these videos and these reactions. And the thing is that I'm listening, I'm gathering information to crucify them with.
That's how you look. That's your problem.
Just gathering information, guys. If I'm over here just la 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 la, right? But no, I'm listening to their thought process. I'm listening to how they convey their points. I'm understanding the situation. Right. I'm reaching back into my memory to try to grab things that they've said to me in the past. Right. So the thing is that you'll go into these situations and you just blah, like the more that I talk, you know, the better it's going to be. Nah, sometimes you just got to sit, wait and listen. The Bot Factory. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat.
I was looking at Christopher and Christopher said,
I'm losing out on. Oh, does courting require money? You want to talk about that real quick while I look at the rest of the chat? Does courting require
I do think
money?
it depends on the person. However, in my situation, I do think it somewhat requires money, like I previously said before, because I do pay attention to if a person is able to provide. Like I won't put the expectation on my husband to pay for everything. I won't. But if I were to get sick, or if my children or something were to happen tragically, I want him to be able to take care of the home fully, and likewise if needed.
So you think the courting process proves that he can provide?
Mm-hmm. It shows somewhat of a and even if it's like, because it doesn't have to be like fully provide. Like I've dated someone that was broke as a joke, but he never made me feel like it. You know what I mean? He was open and willing, and he made sure that I wouldn't even have to touch certain things. But because I knew his financial situation at that point, I took the initiative to help him out. But I think that it was definitely very impressive that he was still willing to do that for me. And I feel like that gave me the oomph of like, I want to do this for you, because I feel like I'm going to meet you halfway.
ZB says, this ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. He's responding back to when you said, what would you like? Mo over here giving game. Mo over here giving game. Shout out to you. Thank you for the $4 super chat, bro.
First of all, it is.
Look at that. You got fans down here now, but Mo always got sense, though. I fuck with her. You got sense.
I fuck with you too, B.
There it is. It's wavy, baby.
It's wavy, baby. Look at the picture, though.
Listen, look, because he's wavy.
And you know what? I don't like. Come on, Neil. It is McDonald's.
What?
No, not like that. But in the sense of when you're dealing with somebody and you like somebody, you're supposed to. The whole point of is to tending to someone's desires. That's the whole point. You keep the liking. You can't just always think about yourself. You're supposed to want to please the person, and the person should want to please you. So on both parts, we both at McDonald's. We not at McDonald's. We at wherever you want to be, and you could get it your way. And that's how it's supposed to be on both parties.
My thing is, and this is what I challenge guys, is how valuable is she actually? How valuable is she actually? Because while you're providing, right? And if you're not married, so like if you're not married, that's a whole nother situation. It's different when you get to like, or you're deep in a relationship. That's different. I'm talking about when you're initially meeting them. There's a lot of dudes who put up coins that they do not have. Like I'd argue the dude that you used to date, he spent all that money. Y'all still not together. He put all the investment and y'all still not together right now.
He don't feel bad about it.
Well, he should. If he followed this channel, he would. Like he would go back and think about like, damn, I spent all of this.
Because he know me. It depends on the person. So in if you're dealing with someone at that point in time, sometimes you got to be present. You can't keep worrying about what could happen in the future. You have to stay present. So I can bet 100% he does not regret anything that he did for me, because we had that type of relation. We had that type of respect. So therefore, it's not like that.
Why you always lying?
I am not lying. That is really yo, he trying to shut me up because I'll be honest. But no, he do not feel that way. That's not how it is.
Thank you for the super chats, by the way. I just got this new soundboard. I'm obviously having way too much motherfucking fun with it. But that's all from you guys, your donations, watching the Google ads. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting and hanging with me. I'd argue that a young man that has yet to find himself, who's caught himself in a relationship where he is providing, but he doesn't have the foundation yet really to provide wholly and truly for you shifty individuals. I still feel like there should be a degree of selfishness as you described it before, especially in your younger 20s, to build yourself up to the best that you possibly can be, so that, later on, when you really start to understand who you are as a human being, who you are as a person, and you really start to like look down and understand like nature and really who you actually want to spend time with, not because of lust, but because of she's actually valuable. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're that young in the game, like unless you had a mentor that really hit it home, like, you know, you just give it into the movie idea of what's actually valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be getting in. What's up? Sorry. Let me hit the super chats real quick and we'll get back to your comment. If a female that is a 10 is not interested in me, then she is a 0. Men need to stop giving energy to females that's not reciprocating that same energy.
I agree.
Salud.
I agree.
Razel. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Fantastic contribution.
That was a good point.
Absolutely. Stop acting like the money is going to change the situation. Stop.
It's not that. I mean, I think the money does, in a way, change the situation, because for the rest of my life, I will have utmost respect for him because it shows a level of character. And even though, you know, I don't disagree that you should be selfish in a certain way, but I think that showing a character that you're willing to give for the betterment of someone else, it didn't even have to be me, but it's called sacrifice. So I knew that at that point he would sacrifice. And I think that when you're in a relationship with someone or you're trying to court someone, that is a good quality to show, and that's a good quality to have. So regardless of anything, I don't think that it was a downfall in that situation.
Because you were on the positive receiving end.
No, because as a person, you look at that. You look at what people can give to and certain things like that. Even if I seen, like, if he does have a mother, so he does that with anybody. You get what I'm saying? That shows his character. Even if he didn't do it with me, it just showed that he was willing to sacrifice his comfortability in order for someone else. So I feel like that's a level of selflessness. And I appreciate that. Because how can you show someone that you're truly selfless? I continue to want to be around people that are selfless. My friends, my family, I want to be around people that are selfless, because if they're selfless to me, I'll only reflect them. So at that point, if we're being selfless toward each other, then there's just no reason why we shouldn't be happy at that point. So I look at selflessness. You cannot live your life being selfish, or you try to be less selfish, because we all live in a world full of selfish people, but you want to be less selfish. So I think that shows less selfishness. And he knew me well enough that I wasn't going to take advantage of that, and I never did. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that do take advantage of that, then you need to pick up on the social cues. And at that point, if they're taking advantage of that, then that's your fault, not theirs.
Mo, you get in this logical zone, and it's just like, okay.
No.
She's rational. There's some shit that makes sense in there.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So Kwame Hargrove, I'll never flex financially for a female again while broke dudes be winning more than me.
That's true. If you got
game is worth a lot more than money.
That is kind of true.
Shout out to you, Kwame. I think that's beyond true. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my G. Hold on, let's take a shot just based off of Red Cup talk. Y'all motherfuckers better go get y'all red cups. You know what I'm saying? If I open up the phone lines and you get on, you got video, and you don't have a red cup in your hand, I'm kicking you off. Okay, this is Red Cup talk. All right. Salute, my G. Salute to you, Kwame. Can you talk about that real quick while I look through the chat? Because I said talk about it, and then I said what I think. I think this should have been the title of the video, like his sentences. That should have been the title of the video. It is so true. Because you know why? Impressiveness will win. Mm-hmm. If you're not impressive, if you're not, so the thing is, they say it's ain't tricking if you got. I know I touched on that earlier, but I think that's a crutch. It's a crutch, and you might get vagina off of it. Facts, but you'll also get used. You will also get used. You know when you don't get used? When you're actually impressive. Okay. Yeah,
then you could.
What?
You might lose, but you might not lose in that way. You might lose. Because even because
but then it's prostitution. So like in my opinion, that's prostitution. Like if I have to pay a certain amount of money in order to like make her feel like I'm impressive, and I'm buying shit for her and her girls and bottle this and da 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 da. Like, oh, he's getting me into the club later tonight. Da 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 da. So she gives you like a little bit of pussy, a little bit of viscosity. You know what I'm saying? And then she doesn't answer your shit after that. It's like low key, like she gave you the inside of her meat hole because she just wants to pay you back in like a little bit of a way.
But if that's the goal, is pussy. If that's your goal, is to fuck her, then maybe it would be considered prostitution. But if your goal is to court, or your goal is to something else, then your amount of money that you spend, or when you spend things, is irrelevant. Yeah. But if you're saying that you spending this in order for her to give you pussy, then yeah, maybe it is prostitution. But if that's not the case,
go ahead, keep talking. I got the chats, girl. Relax, Kwame. Thank you so much.
My name.
Yeah. So we're missing a lot of the chats, guys. Like, if it's not like in the super chats, we probably won't see it, because it's going so quickly. Kwame, thank you again for the $10 super chat. Let me go. Let me see. ZB again. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my G. Mo. Do you admit girls make crazy requests just to test?
Yes. And likewise. Boom.
What type of request a dude might make in order to test?
To cook, to clean.
Facts.
Y'all do tests too. And that's the only thing.
But it's assessing your value.
It's not. Okay, so why can I assess yours?
Because money should be used to build assets. If you are not an asset to me, then I shouldn't waste it on you.
First of all,
in my opinion.
So at what point do you determine if someone is an asset? First of all, you're spending time.
If she's valuable, if she's feminine,
you're spending time with them.
If she adds value to your life, if she understands that men and women can fit together like a puzzle piece. If there was a masculine man and a feminine woman, and you work together, in a partnership type of rule set.
But it takes time to get there.
It does.
It takes time to get there and do it through the process.
But again, let me just, for folks that don't understand the concept of what we're talking about, because I feel like the way that you talk about it, it's separate from the reason I turn on this camera.
What do you mean?
Because I understand the shit that you say. And there's actually a lot of shit that you say that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But you seem to always make a good deal of sense. But this is just for folks that are in the chat. By the way, ZB, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And your answer to that real quick is yes. But dudes do it too. Right?
Yes.
So let me just go back. So this was the tweet, is the reason why we started off this chat, just real quick. Let me just refresh the people that are new to the chat. By the way, go down and hit that goddamn, where's my banner? Go down and hit that goddamn like button. Don't you play with me. Hit that goddamn like button. Show me some respect. So this is how it started off. Pam on Twitter says, only broke ass niggas complain about paying a woman's bills or buying her things. It ain't nothing to a boss. Trust me. Right? Manipulative, cunning, everything that you want to call that for woke dudes that follow this channel. Mr. Cash then says, this is how women manipulate you niggas, and it works flawlessly every time. And this is the problem that I have when they use vernacular like this. It says, it ain't nothing to a boss. There's a lot of bosses that don't feel like they have to give value or capital to something that is invaluable. Right? If you look at like Bill Gates or some shit, right? Like it's, you see that meme that's going around, and it's like what billionaires wear, what millionaires wear, and he's got a t-shirt, he's got some jeans or what have you. And then it goes over to the other side, and it's like, what rappers wear or like something like that. And it's always gold, this, gold, diamond, bling, gold, all over. And it's the difference between how you focus your funds for the betterment of yourself and those around you. And I just want to make sure that, the cats that look and follow this channel and look to knowledge and understand how can they be their most valuable self in their walk and their purpose. If she's not valuable, she hasn't established value, then your pocket should not move. Agree, disagree?
I disagree. It's like that. You don't know people's level of value. Like, I think that a lot of things we say, it needs to be somewhat of a description, but everybody is different. So what may be valuable to you may not be valuable to others. So to put out, like, if she's not valuable, okay, what makes her valuable? What makes her valuable to certain things? So I think it just depends on the person.
Mr. Michael Bennett, thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. My G, MTR, can you call homeboy that spent the millions or more and pressure test if he wholeheartedly feels he had a positive ROI on his fiscal investment in Mo? I cannot call him.
I am not going to call that.
She's not going to call him. However, I think that this is a good point. I think this is a real ass point because, irrespective of your summation of whether or not he feels like it was a good investment, and if he has the knowledge of, if he spends his money wisely, because there's a lot of dudes out there that are 60 years old and still don't spend their money wisely because they haven't come across, or had someone teach them in how to do it correctly. Listen, I got friends that are around me that have PhDs that are in significant debt and credit card debt because they don't know how to manage their finances. How you manage your finances is not correlated to your level of education. It's not. There's a lot of smart people in jail right now, right? It's not correlated to the things that you do. There's a lot of intelligent people that just don't understand something because that chapter in the book wasn't taught to them. You see what I'm saying? However, if he really is someone that works well with his finances, I know you have surmised that he has, he wouldn't care. I think a little bit of that would not care how he invested his money in his past is because he doesn't know how to work well in his finances. And in fact, I think that's one of the key tenets of being a man. Like I had one of my male friends come up here and we did a reaction video, and one of the dude that we were reacting to was saying, like, as a man, you should have control of your finances. And then the dude was like, my man's was like, oh no, I'm gonna let the woman do that. I'm gonna let her have control of the finances. And I had to pull him to the side after the video, and I was like, bro,
there's nothing wrong with that.
What?
Boom. There's nothing wrong with that. If you trust her, then there's nothing wrong with that. If you trust her, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I think that some men work on autopilot. They do the same thing all the time. They do everything all the time. Some men forget to even go to the doctor. Some men forget to pay bills. So if you know you're fine, now if you good with finances, then that's different. Don't be shaking your hands. if you like, I can see it, you gonna see it like, no, if you feel like you have issues with finances and you know that your partner is better with finances, then there should be no issue with allowing her to take control in that. They're like, she's just saying where the bills go. She's making sure they get there on time. She's taking the responsibility off of you, because some men just go to work, come home, go to the gym, cook dinner, go to sleep. They're so autopilot that they tend to forget. If they don't put it in their schedule, it's not existent. So some women care about certain things. So I don't think that there's nothing wrong with leaving her responsible in that. And if she's at home doing nothing else, or she's doing other things and she got time for it that you don't have time for it, then let her do it.
I'm gonna put my finger on Nana N's comment real quick. I'm down at the bottom of the chat, guys. Sorry, we're flipping. I'm down at the bottom of the chat. I'm gonna put my finger on this man's comment right here, because I want dudes to understand that dudes who make a lot of money, they know how to move with their money, and they have money. They joke on Jewish people because Jewish people are frugal or cheap in nature. But listen, like, you have to have a budget for all of your shit that's leaving your pockets. Everything. You have to be conscientious of what's going in, what's going out, how much. And whatever you feel like, for most of you dudes, some of you dudes already know this, whatever you feel like is a good amount to you to spend, take like 35% off that budget, because you could do a lot more with a lot less. Trust me.
You can, as if you do it.
Absolutely. Bosses are the most cheapest men I know. Look at Fortune 500 companies. Listen, facts, and facts yet again. Listen, guys, so it's 1:15. We told you guys at the beginning of the chat, we're not going to be on here the entire night. You want to do like another 15 minutes? We'll do like another 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to look at you guys, some of the chats. I felt like I need to get a refill as well. Let me see what's going down over here. I keep seeing comments like, yo, Mo knows what she's talking about.
Where you see that?
Look, damn, I thought Mo was one. Oh, I thought. Yeah, she be flipping.
What did I say, that baby?
Oh, shoot. She be flipping back and forth from time to time. Victoria, what you calling Mo for? She's live streaming. It don't even make no sense, girl.
Write it in the chat.
Wait, Victoria, you want to come on the stream? Yo, we get Victoria up here.
Victoria is one of my best friends, guys. So show her some respect. Ain't that you say?
She not respect. Yeah, she ain't gonna come up here. She's scared. She ain't coming up here. Oh, you hear that, Victoria? MTR, are you two cousins? How dare kissing? Just kidding. Just kidding. Show me some goddamn respect. You're not cousins. I haven't been related to anyone I have done content with.
We both light skinned though. We could look a little related.
We don't look like each other at all.
We could look a little related. You know, people always think every light skinned. That's like white people think.
Oh, hold up. Michael, thank you so much again for the $2 super chat.
I do not.
And home for you, my G.
Who is that?
Mo, you follow Derek Jackson, don't you? You know who Derek Jackson is? Let me show you a quick photo real quick just so you understand who that is. I've done like 4 videos on the young man. You know what's funny? I have someone who lives up here. I've actually done a video with that knows him. They went to college together. Wait, am I on the right? Wait, share screen.
I've seen him before, but no, I don't think I follow him.
Yeah, there you go. He's up there on the top.
Now, what does he mainly talk about though?
He's like
Ask me what's my type.
he's like he takes women's emotions, absorbs it, puts it into a little ball, and vomits information to make them feel better about themselves. Am I doing that justice, gents? I don't know. Let me know. I might be being a little bit biased here. Mo, you follow Derek Jackson, don't you? No. No,
No. I mean, I've seen him before. Like, I've seen videos, but I don't even remember them. Like, I don't know.
Mo is Team Jackson. Listen, Michael, thank you again for the $2 super chat. Listen, guys, we're going to do 13 more minutes, and then we're going to head out of here. Thank you so much again for all the love, support, and respect. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sam, I see you. My G, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. The hip hop generation defines boss as being reckless with your money. They goddamn do, and I cannot stand it, which is a problem.
It depends on the person.
Also, I'm gonna buy some of her t-shirts. Oh, you wanna talk about your t-shirt?
My t-shirt. See,
you wanna talk about it? Listen. You talk about it real quick. I'm gonna go get a refill. You need some?
No, I'm okay.
All right, I'm gonna go get a refill real quick.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
All right, just talk to the young man real quick.
How do you do this? Yes, this is one of my t-shirts. This is my aunt. Her name is Carol DePasselin.
Oh, they gonna Google you now.
Yes. Well, you can follow my business page. It's To Carol and Denise. TOCAROLANDDENISE. I'm trying to catch y'all comments because he be going real fast, so I'm trying to go back. Bear with me. Vomit's information. Like, elaborate Vomit's information. And I feel like y'all say a lot about validating women. So what's a good way to validate a woman that won't make y'all feel beta, I guess? Because I think validation is important. So are you all saying that y'all never validate women at all?
Great question, Mom. Keep it going, girl. What they saying?
I'm waiting for them to respond. Mo favorite, it depends. I didn't even realize I say that like that. Hold on, let me see if I can click it and bring it up. $2. Thank you for the $2. This is how you mean. Thank you for the $2. Yo, stop calling people names. Raziel, if that's how you say it, is not a simp. First of all, what is a simp? Please elaborate. Educate me. Taking her home is hold on. Let me click it. Taking her home is the best validation. That is not validation. It's necessary at times, no cap. Yes, thank you, Jay Smith. Validation is necessary. Validation for women is like sex for men. That is kind of, but for me, I've met men that like verbal validation. So they want to be told, they want their ego boosted. So I consider ego boosting validation in some sense.
You want to use the bathroom?
Yes, I do.
All right, you want to go ahead and let me go back up to the top. Hold up. I got you.
If you're investing. Okay, that's a good point.
What college you go to, Mo?
I went to Delaware State University, HBCU. Thank you very much. And I went to Kane University.
They're going to Google the fuck out you. Yo, fuck Delaware.
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
They're going to Google the fuck out you.
Okay.
What's up, gents? Listen, we're going to do another 10 minutes. Then it'll be an hour and a half in total. Let me just go back and acknowledge some of the chats. I read this one, but Sam, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It's a goddamn problem. And it's a problem that we need to change, right? We need to change this, right? You know, no longer are we going to let media dictate how black men should be spending their money. No longer, no longer are we going to do that. And it starts with us. This is a solution focused channel. Y'all are part of the solution. You know what I'm saying? Part of the solution. So keep on sending, the links out, as you see them, they come up on this channel, and let's have a discussion about it. Let's talk about it. But that's something that we need to change now. And it starts with us. You see what I'm saying? Let me go back down. Nostalgic Sounds, my G. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Salud. My favorite word, it depends. Oh, you read that one already? Yeah, she is a it depender. Nostalgic Sound says it depends. Let me see. Let me go back down. All right, cool. I'm at the you talked about your shirts. All right, you a little bit out of focus.
About it a lot, but
you come on.
But they could go to my website, 2carolanddenise.com.
You spelled it for them because the two.
Yeah, I spelled it.
It's T-O, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to write it down in the chat just so that they can copy and paste?
Yeah, look at that. Don't listen to nothing he said when I was in the bathroom.
That's because you was doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. That's
you should, because
that's immature of me. That's immature of me. There it is right there. To CarolynDenise.com. Feel free to go there, show Mo some love and support. That's her side hustle. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard you say what's a simp, and then BJ says who idealize vagina. Yeah, they put the vagina on a pedestal. The IG is the same to Carolyn Denise. It's that's the same IG. Mm-hmm. You getting look at your phone lighting the fuck up. Look at it. Damn, you motherfuckers is quick like shit. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. T-minus 7 minutes, gents. What else is Vicky sending you topics?
Mo, you got kicked. Kick.
Nigga, this ain't 2005. No, what's wrong with you, my G? People still use kick.
Go wash your hands. I did. Didn't I wash my hands? Then you gonna say go wash your hands.
Yeah, go wash your hands, bro.
I washed my hands. I did go quick, but I did wash my hands.
Word.
Go wash your hands.
Facts. Listen, I just saw a comment like, what's my email? That's my email right there, mediacaltourismreviews@gmail.com. Guys, I haven't taken a look at the video. Please put a like on the channel, on the video. Let me see. Kenneth says, I desire black women hard, but I date white girls with fierce intensity. Wish it was different. Listen, here's the thing. I want to talk about this, but this listen, we might need to do a whole hour and a half for that. For that comment alone, this shit can go into another hour and a half. How you feel about interracial dating, real quick?
I have no problem with it.
Okay.
So
you don't have a problem with it in terms of if, a white dude wants to get into your DM or your homegirl wants to do date an Asian guy. You know what I mean? Or a black guy wants to date a white chick. You don't find any.
Just that. I feel like you love what you love, and people bring different qualities from different cultures. I mean, I have nothing against dating a white man or a different. I just haven't. We didn't cross paths, and I haven't been attracted to any. But if I was attracted to any, like if I were to date a white dude, he had to have some flavor.
Yeah.
Like
same thing for white girls.
He'd have to have a little bit of flavor for me to be courting them. Like, but.
So just real quick, Mr. Michael Bennett, yo, MTR, once I get my followers to 1K on Facebook, I want to invite you on for a tech podcast outside of Red Pill, y'all. You are up on information technology and we appreciate your perspective. All you got to do is let me know, my G. Say no more. Say less, in fact. All you got to do is let me know. We'll put it on the calendar and we'll go from there. All right? You already know. Actually, I like talking about tech way more than the last hour and a half of our conversation. I like it way more. You know what I'm saying? I actually get really excited when I start talking about technology. Actually, I was thinking about doing a live stream talking about AI, technology, machine learning, where I see it going in the future, and things of that nature. So you guys let me know if that's something that you want to see on this channel as well. Salute to you, Michael Bennett. Lottie Dottie, I see you down here, baby. I noticed that men beat their chest and talk a whole lot of shh around their boys, but turn around and jump hoops for the cooch that they want. I say that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. That's what's called purple pill. Because there's dudes that are outwardly facing red pill, but behind closed doors, they're blue pill.
And I think it is vice versa too. I have friends that make it seem like they ain't putting up with nothing, but they putting up with everything.
Every fucking thing, yeah. There's a lot of those chicks that's like that as well. The next time a female says I'm a broke nigga, I must say you a broke nigga too, since you asking me for shit touring lanes with the tax bracket. Ty Smith, I see you, my J. I'm gonna say the same shit as well. Bitch, you broke too. All right, chat. Peace, harmony, and hustle to you. Thank you, MTR, for the live chat. Always good to convene with you, MTR fan. Kenneth, salute to you, my G. Salute to you. Listen, this is fun. I gotta do more Saturday shit. This shit way more fun than going out to the bar or the club or shit like that. You guys have fun. You guys enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always make sure that you let me know that, because I don't know which day to do the live streams. You know what I'm saying? I know Fridays and Saturdays are hard because I feel like during the nighttime a lot of people are out. But for those that want to understand the conversation of our culture today, we gotta do these from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So salute. Let me see what's going on. Dr. B.O.A. Salute, my G, fellow content creator. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my G. Validation must be earned by a woman. Validation must be earned by a woman. Validation must be earned by a woman.
Validation must be earned by me.
Via cooperation and coinciding with the requests and requirements. Wholeheartedly agree, my G. You can't just be shelling out your pocket and your wallet for those that are unworthy. For those that just feel like because I have a vagina, I am entitled to be provided for. Facts.
I agree. You shouldn't be dishing out for someone that feels entitled to certain things.
Salute, bro. What's happening, little Mo? Listen, let me tell you something. I was at work the other day. I said this on my last live show. I was at work on Friday. Dr. B.O.A. He's got another channel. Bro, put your other channel down in the description so people can follow that one as well. He's got motivational content, and he had me ready to push over a building from the way that he was motivating. Put a link down in the comments so that people can go over here and follow you, bro. Fantastic content. Fantastic content. Should be earned from men too. You said valid. Say that a little bit. Hold on, we got 2 more. We got a minute and a half left to go. You sure you wanna
say it for later?
Wait, say it one more time, because I wanna. If we leave, we're gonna make these motherfuckers irate before we go. Wait, say it one more time.
No, I was just saying on the opposite end as well. Like I was just playing devil's advocate that validation should be earned from men too.
You said validation should be earned from men as well. Listen, we might have to do an entire. Let's
financial independence entirely.
Whenever the next time that we link up, let's do a video about that. should men earn? I don't think men should want to feel validated. That's the first thing.
I think all men want to feel validated.
I don't think that they should crave it. I feel like it feels good if you know that like you did a job well done, and then you get like a pat on your back or whatever.
Then they crave it because they would be upset if a woman never said anything positive about what they do, how they look, how much whatever, then they would have an issue. So in a way, if it's not happening, they're going to earn it. If it's happening, they may not earn it. They may yearn for it if it's not happening at all. If it's not happening enough, they're going to yearn for it. Men love ego boosting, and I think that's similar to ego boosting.
Salute again, Dr. BOA, coming through with the fire. I'm not from Baltimore, my G.
And I am down for fire.
Oh yeah, did I just skip over that? I wanted to talk about that real quick.
Yeah,
no. You want to talk about it real quick? You said you are down. Mm-hmm. You're on a journey to purchase a home.
Yes, I do. I am going to purchase a home. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely am, but I think that it's a communication thing. Like if I know that I'm dealing with someone that is trying to be independent early or whatever, I definitely think that it's a conversation that we can have, and I will try to be conscious of that as well, as far as what we do, what we spend, and certain things. If I'm conscious about my money, then I'm going to be conscious about my significant other's money. But that don't mean you should be stingy though. Just because you implement and fire don't mean you should be stingy.
Listen, I think you defining the word stingy is different than what that girl wrote on that post. I understand. I understand, but what did Dr. BOA say up there? I think let's highlight that one more time. Cooperation and consigning with requests and requirements. Mm-hmm. I think that there's a value associated with that if she deserves to get that close to you, right? If she deserves, but don't just be out here willy-nilly shelling out ducats in order to get, a short-term gain. Maybe it might be you might shell out those ducats and it's a short-term gain for as long as she's talking to you in that club. What did you really gain after that? You should feel terrible and never do it again.
But that's for some people that do things in order to get a gain. Some people don't do things just to get a gain. Some people do things just to do things. But I think that request and requirements should be on both ends. This should not be just man against woman. There should be request and requirements from the woman as well.
Salute to 9/11 baby goat. My G, we live streamed last night. That's your boy Willie.
Where?
That's him. 9/11 baby goat.
Willie!
Man, yo, listen.
My voice crack. Willie! Look, we about to be on here for another hour for you.
Oh, shut up. Listen, Willie, she watched the first live stream that you did.
Yes,
and then
with Tiffany.
With Tiffany, and she really banged with a lot of your points, Willie. Yo, Willie's another up-and-coming YouTuber as well. He has a gaming channel.
Yes,
feel free to go over there and show him some love, support, and respect. He comes through the live streams and hits us with heat. You know what I'm saying? And
he shows different, both perspective, both sides, women and men.
I do the same goddamn thing.
Barely. Barely.
Salute. We about to get out of here. Men don't deserve women's validation. We desire the pussy. We validate ourselves.
I disagree.
A strong man has to validate himself.
Y'all should validate yourself, but y'all do desire women's validation. You're bugging. We should all validate ourselves.
There it is. Another red cup. Listen, if you guys are still in it, I can't believe it's like the chat's going down, it's going up for his numbers, but we got to get out of here, guys. We can't just be doing that. Like I've done live stream for like 4 hours, and afterwards I was like, you know what? We shouldn't have done the whole 4 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta think about the amount of time that you're putting into it versus, you know what I'm saying, like the value getting out of it. So listen, we're gonna cut it right here. Mo, last question. Did you have fun today?
Yes, I did. We
about to red cup it up.
Anxiety.
You ain't got no goddamn anxiety. You
yeah.
came over here and you showed out. I feel like you showed out. You know what I'm saying? You did really well. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a chat box full of dudes that may or may not, mostly not, agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all be coming for me.
Look at Shaquille. Yo, Mo really rational. I fuck with her mentality. Like I said, yo, you coming through about to be top. Like you may be coming for the top slots.
Thank you. You know they about to come for you, right?
No, I'm talking about of contributors on the channel.
Oh, thank you.
What the hell you think I'm talking about?
No, because they're gonna say you validated me. But you can keep.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're gonna be in the top slots because of there's a lot of folks that come up here that immediately they just hate whoever is
Alfredo
is
said,
talking.
Follow me. Follow you where?
Holla Mo. Holla at me, Mo. Follow me. Listen, I mean
he must have followed.
He must have followed you.
No, I got no new
MTR. I had to show up, brother. Mo, glad if you see. I appreciate it around here. Hashtag much love.
Much love.
Chris says, stop validating her, MTR. Listen. All right, listen, guys. We got to get out of here. This was fun as fuck. We got to do this way more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come through and do this again? Are you still
Smith
scared?
Just asked me. I'm gonna come back just for Jay Smith because he asked me to.
Boom! There you go for another live stream.
King and sister. Why you ain't say king and queen?
What the fuck? You can't close us out. You gotta get closed out by a real thug. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all my family. So y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Patreon.com/MTNR. The family, the super families up there. You know what I'm saying? They get exclusive access to shit. Mo, you want to shout out your website real quick?
Oh, yeah. Visit my website, To Carolyn Denise, TOCAROLANDDENISE.com.
There it is. I appreciate you for coming through. We gotta think of some more discussions. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna do a video, Mo. It's gonna be entitled shout out to Victoria. Mm-hmm. All men, all women should get paternity tests.
Oh, yeah.
Prove me wrong.
That's our next one.
That's gonna be the next video. Okay.
Oh, thank you. That's
gonna be the next video. Shout out to Menzi. I see you down there, bro. Shout out to Menzi.
No, Queen Mo and his thing say Mo common sense. Thank you.
He didn't. No, his name was Mo last night as well. Relax. He didn't change it for you. Get out of here.
How ironic.
I appreciate y'all. Until next time, YouTube. You gotta show them the ferocity from time to time. Peace. Stealing my goddamn slap like a savage you are.